President Visser, I have a couple comments just to make on the director's report. Just to let you know, the utilities, each department has received and located about 500 Gopher State One tickets this month, so that's quite a few, mainly due to the Nuvera fiber project that they're doing. We also are continuing our door-to-door campaign to inventory the lead and copper service lines. As of 4/15, we had verified all portions of 3,090 service lines. We've touched all 5,600 at least once. So there's probably about 2,000 or so that we know maybe one side or the other. We don't know both sides. And then just to let you know on that, we did just receive notice that we received a $75,000 grant, which had been awarded from the Minnesota Department of Health. So that is going to help finish the inventory. We have engaged Bolton and Mink. We have to go through a engineering firm. So they are one of the approved vendors by the Minnesota Department of Health, so they will be leading that effort. So we're thankful that we got some funding to continue to do that. And then we also have started facility plan meetings for the infrastructure improvement plan for the wastewater. So the facility plan, I think you approved last commission meeting, that's going to help us prepare documents and set priorities for any potential funding opportunities to get some of those projects completed.
Bolton and Mink doing that one as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The next item we've got is our Employee of the Month. Chris.
Yeah, our Employee of the Month for April was Charles Schofield. He is a relatively new plant operator in our electric production department, but he has caught on quickly in demonstrating the composure and skills needed to do the job. He's learned to operate all of our turbines while monitoring the SCADA system and helping the boiler operators if help is needed on that side. Charlie always keeps busy cleaning or painting, whatever may need attention in the plant, and will come in on his time off if another shift needs to be filled. His work habits and good attitude warrant the Employee of the Month, as he represents the PUC very well. So congratulations to Charlie Schofield.
I'll make the motion to recognize Charles Schofield as Employee of the Month for April 2024.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next up is new business, schedule a joint city council and PUC informational meeting.
I think, did you miss one? Old business.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed an item. We'll go back up to item number 3, old business, which will be Heartland Consumer Powers District.
Yeah, I apologize to you. You are seeing this item again. We needed to have a resolution. I think we just approved it at the last meeting, so nothing has changed on this. I just need to have you guys vote, and we can have a formal resolution.
I'll make the motion to offer the resolution approving the Heartland Consumer Power District renewal of the 2024 Integrated Resource Plan Cooperative, which includes Newham Public Utilities as a customer of Heartland Consumer Power District.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Do we need to call roll for this?
Commissioner Finland,
Yes.
Commissioner Hillesheim,
Yes.
Commissioner Shaunis, Commissioner Visser,
Yes.
and Commissioner Williams.
Yes.
Motion carries, passes. Now we can head on to item number 4, new business, which would be schedule a joint meeting with City Council and Public Utilities Commission.
Yes, Commissioners, this is just the annual meeting that ABDA will be here to present the financials at. So it'll be at 3:30 on the 18th of June.
Okay.
What day of the week is that?
It's a Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll be out that week, I believe.
I will not be in attendance for that.
Is it more just informational?
It's just
Yeah,
information.
we don't
Okay.
need a quorum.
Okay,
Yep.
okay. Do we just need to make a motion and pass?
Yep.
Okay.
For the motion to schedule a joint City Council Public Utilities Commission information meeting at 3:30 PM on Tuesday, June 18th, 2024, in the PUC Front Conference Room to discuss the audited financial statements for the year ended December 31st, 2023.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item up is grit pumps.
Yes, these are grit pumps and valves for the 20th South Lift Station and then the wastewater treatment plant. Two of the grit pumps at the 20th Street Lift are 50 years old. They've exceeded their useful life. And then of the 6 valves, 3 are replacements for final clarifier drain valves and 2 are replacements for grit pumps. And 1 is for a cell site well drain valve. These are all original valves. They're also in need of replacement due to age and condition. These were items that were identified in the capital infrastructure replacement plan that was done, and they were budgeted for the 2024 budget. They will also be using environmental protection sinking funds to fund these projects.
What is the lead time on these pumps? Is it out there quite a ways? Do we know?
Do you happen to know, Dan?
Is it a long lead time item like the rest of the?
Yeah, it is going to be a long
Capital.
lead time. I think it's more than a year. Wastewater actually ordered these pumps. We're just doing pumps right now, and we're going to have to hire a contractor to install them when the pumps finally show up and they're sitting in the warehouse. We wanted to have a good bid for that long a lead time. The contractor may be rounding up or swagging it or whatever. It's hard to manage it, so I was elected to do it this way.
I'll make the motion to authorize the city manager to accept the bid from ESCO for 2 grit pumps and 6 valves for the 20th Street South Lift Station and wastewater treatment plant in the amount of $99,793.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item up is the Shellsbury valve replacement.
Yes, this is the valves at Shellsbury. They were installed in 1995, so again, they are also at the end of their useful life. This was identified as well in the capital improvement plan. There was one quote that was gotten from this because it is a proprietary item, which is dependent on the lift station design. So Electric Pump was our vendor for any of these specialized equipment. And it was in the 2024 budget for $40,000.
I'll offer the motion to receive and order filed the purchase from Electric Pump for valves and accessories for the Shellsbury Lift Station in the amount of $24,415.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item up is the Center Street bypass project.
Yeah, this is to receive and pay the final invoice from Highline Construction. If you recall, this project was originally scheduled to be done in early 2023, but due to supply chain issues, we're more than a year late. The prices were all honored, but one of the benefits of this project, if you'll recall, is we can now take the Center Street substation offline and take those 2 substation transformers out while still keeping our south side transformers in service. When previous to this project, we would have lost 4 of our 5 substation transformers, and that forced us to generate, which caused significant prices increases to a couple of previous projects. Now, in the future, we'll be able to do such things as breaker replacements in the Center Street substation and probably be able to do the substation transformer in the hopefully not too distant future without having to generate. So we are less tied to the power plant in emergency situations, giving us more redundancy and hopefully more reliability.
That's a big accomplishment for us to get that done, to be able to bypass that and not bring anybody down or have to generate power. No, that's a good thing to wrap up.
Definitely a good project.
Absolutely. Okay, I'll take a motion.
Just a question. So originally budgeted at 400,000, another 328 added. These were both carried.
Yes. it was all
Twice?
Carried over, yep.
Okay. All right. Then I'll offer the motion to authorize the city manager to pay the final invoice from Highland Construction Incorporated for labor and materials to complete the Center Street bypass project in the amount of $698,412.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. The next item up is the 20th Street lift station upgrades. Deanna.
Yeah, we got a little PowerPoint just showing what we did. Slideshow. Okay, this project again was another one that was supposed to be done a couple years ago. This was a 2022 project that we just recently finished. Again, the switchgear was supposed to be here in 2023. It did not even show up until right after Christmas this year, and we elected to put it in this spring over March and April. We did this project a little differently. It's a self-perform where we ordered the switchgear. And I did this showing our original budget was 500,000. Engineering through PSE was 17,130. Viking Electric, that would have actually been the switchgear that was installed, the hardware, main hardware. It was 93,150. Contractor, full service, I said this is self-perform. We have time and material quote from them to help us have enough horsepower to be able to do this. Enough electricians and staff to do it all. But the bulk of it was our own internal staff. And then we had to do, through the way the lift station's laid out, some specialized scaffolding rental, which was a little bit unforeseen, but $7,800 expense. Just miscellaneous parts were from Fastenal. And the electric department time, that would have been our substation technicians, some linemen, just all staff was about 17,480. You'll see our total project cost by doing it this way was only 203,857, which is a savings under budget of 296,143. The budget originally came, we don't remember exactly how we came up with the budget, to be real honest. PSC probably gave us a budget of about 400 or a little more. Mr. O'Connor and I rounded up just to be safe with everything. And obviously, we were a little overly conservative.
Yeah.
So better to be on that side. This is the original installation, very dated. And one of the things that was an unwelcome surprise was this wiring mess when we opened up one of the bottom cabinets that you couldn't see in originally. And this probably would have been a pretty healthy change order from a contractor, because I'm glad somebody else was working on it, not me, because that looks like a mess. But they got their way through it. Everybody did a good job. And then here's that specialized scaffolding. You see it's going over a stairwell and all that stuff. And this is all OSHA approved. And they came in, set it up, they tore it down. That's why it got to be fairly expensive. And this is just a picture of the in-process wiring, all cleaned up, labeled. Doesn't look at all like that earlier picture. And then this is now what our new switchgear lineup looks like.
Beautiful.
Wow,
They added
significantly
this panel.
smaller.
Quite the difference going from 1972 design, 74 installation to today. All that other stuff is all contained within this two little cabinets.
It's amazing.
And with that, any questions? It's just a little bit of an update why we're doing it a little differently. We do have other projects that we will be doing similar to this, like the cooling tower MCC switchgear, which is on order, that they already told us was supposed to come at Christmas time has been delayed, surprise, and now it's Valentine's Day. We'll see if we see which Valentine's Day shows
Right.
up.
No, nice work. It's nice. I know it was a budget, but yeah, it's always good to come in under, for sure.
I think that scaffolding is money well spent. That,
Oh,
to
couldn't
try to
think of-
skimp and get by, and then all of a sudden you have an accident, and what's, then what does it cost? It's,
Yep.
I've tried that when I was younger, and you end up, that's the mistake.
And just as a side note, just to compliment Gary Bernick, he's the one, he's our electric technician, substation technician. He's the one that did all of the wiring, and we were able to save the contractor money, so,
Well, he was kind of the project manager and
Yep.
kind of kept everything moving, so.
yeah,
Very good. Yeah,
So-
kudos to him,
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, it really cleaned up that facility.
Yeah, that looks night and day difference. It's amazing. Oh, good work to everybody in their team.
I'll offer the motion to receive and order filed the presentation regarding the 20th Street Lift Station MCC upgrades.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The last item on the agenda is our list of report of claims.
I'll make a motion to accept the list of claims paid in the amount of $3,178,783.24.
Second.
Okay, motion and a second. Any further discussion on the report of claims? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Last item, is there any additional comments from our commissioners? If not, our meeting's adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.